What is going on, people? Leo here from Creative Tech Lab. Today we're back with another quick video, and today we're talking about iMovie and specifically speed ramping. Now I want to do a bunch of different iMovie tutorials because iMovie is where I got started. You guys have seen my Amalfi cinematic edit. All that was done in iMovie. It was actually that 3-minute clip was actually edited down from a bigger 34-minute clip that I made for friends and family. But all of the edits, the speed ramping, the transitions, the pacing to the music, all of that was actually done in iMovie. But specifically today, we're talking about speed ramping. And the reason why the video is titled, "You're Probably Doing It Wrong," because I know for a very long time, I was doing it wrong. So what do I mean by that? When it is that I was going to speed ramp a video, what I would typically do is I would cut the video and then change the speed and then cut again and then change the speed. What I have started doing, or what I realized after started using Final Cut Pro, is there is a much more efficient and kind of, I don't want to use the word professional, but I guess you could say professional way in order to do it. So let's jump into the screen and I'll show you what I mean and show you what the differences is. So we're in iMovie here. I have a couple of different clips. I'm going to do 2 of them. Let's start with this drone shot here, and I will show you with a normal clip, and then I'll show you with a slow motion clip to kind of prove my point. So this is the drone clip here. I'm going to hit I to make my selection on where I want it to start, W to drop it down on the timeline. And let's just scrub through here, and I'm going to see where I want to start my movement. So right as the gimbal starts to pan is where I want to start my speed ramp. Now normally what I would have done before is make the selection and hit Control B and then try and change the speed there. I don't want to do that, as I said before. So let's Command Z out of that, and we're going to start the movement there. Instead of cutting the clip there, what you want to do is make a selection. So you're going to hit I as your endpoint. And then I'm going to stop it, let's say right about here. So we have a little bit of movement there. That's where I want my speed ramp to end. So I'm going to hit O as my end my selection. And then I'm going to come up here and select the speed. And now the speed will only, whatever speed I change here will only change on the selection, not on the entire clip. So I want to go custom there. If you wanted to, you could select slow or whatever you want to change the speed, but I'm going to do custom because I want it to ramp pretty fast. So go here and I'm going to do about 2000%, and let's see how that looks. So we have nice slow movement there on the pan, and then once we get to the trees, as I said there, whoosh, there you go. All right, now let me just do it with another clip here. Let me see, I don't need that part. Let me make a selection real quick. Go to the end of the clip here. Let's make my selection, drop that onto the timeline, W. Now this was shot in 120 frames per second. So one of the things that you'll notice is iMovie, for my settings, are set to where it will make its own selection. So you have a normal clip there and then it slows it down. And then right towards the end, it kind of does its own thing, which is kind of what slow motion looks like if you ever done slow motion in your iPhone. We don't want that because we want to be able to move it around, especially if we're editing to music or stuff. So we're going to hit normal. I don't need the audio from this video either. So I'm going to Option Command B to detach the audio, delete that there. And let's see, right where the door frames up there, let's hit I, and I'm going to take it right up to the fence here before that pan again. Hit O, and just as we did before, we're going to hit custom. I'm going to hit this one with 2000% as well. And let's see what that looks like. So you see it's fast through the door. And then it's a little jerky there just because the computer isn't rendering. I will try and put another clip of it right there. So look for that. But yeah, so most importantly is what you get here is you have your speed ramp. And then if you need to make selections on the individual clips, you could just click in the little slider bar right there. It will make the entire selection for you. And you could see the same thing here from the speed ramp. So let's say you were doing it to music and you wanted that speed ramp to end at a particular place. You could always do this here and kind of use your sliders to aim where you need to. So you could make that clip a little bit slower or a little bit faster if you needed to. Same thing with this here. And then if you wanted to make a new selection on this clip, let's say you wanted this pan to be super slow, you could just come back onto the clip, hit I, hit O, again, come in, custom, and let's just say we're going to slow this one down to the timeline to be 25%. So you see, it gives you a lot more flexibility in terms of just cutting, and changing the pace of the different clips, individual clips. You have one clip and you could speed ramp it, and this is actually true speed ramping instead of cutting and changing the speed. So yeah, that is the difference there in terms of speed ramping the correct way in iMovie. Speed ramping is a great way rather than using super trendy transitions, zoom in and stuff in iMovie. I feel like it's better to cut to music that way. That's a super way to do it. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I will be doing at least one of these per week. So if you liked it, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button. Again, I'll be dropping one of these at least once a week. I have a whole series of iMovie videos that are coming. Plus, if you are into vlogging, audio production, audio creation, any of that stuff, check out the website creativetechlab.com. We do talk about all things creative and all the gear it takes to create creative things, and I will catch you in the next one.